reversal of the distribution of charge across the membrane in a nerve cell. But before we go any further, let's analyze the parts of the nerve cell.
Neuron. Neuron is another name for a nerve cell.
Dendrites. Dendrites are specialized to respond to signals from other neurons or from the external environment.
Cell body. The cell body serves as an integration center, meaning it adds up the various positive and negative signals from the dendrites.
Axon. The axon is a long, thin fiber that extends outward from the cell body.
Myelin. Myelin is the insulation that allows more rapid conduction of the electrical signal.
The nodes of Ranvier. The nodes of Ranvier are where two myelin cells meet.
Synaptic terminals. The synaptic terminals are swellings at the branched endings of axons.
Synapse. The synapse is the site at which synaptic terminals communicate with other cells.
Now that we have all the parts of the nerve cell down, let's look at the processes that allow depolarization, which occur in the axon's plasma membrane.
When the plasma membrane is not being stimulated, the neuron is said to be at its resting potential, which is the electrical potential across the plasma membrane of the neuron that is not conducting an impulse.
Now let us take a look at the process of depolarization, which happens when the neuron is stimulated.
As charges reverse in one area of the axon, local currents depolarize the next region so that the impulse spreads along the axon. An impulse that travels in this way is known as an action potential.
The process of depolarization begins when a neuron is at resting potential. Once a stimulus occurs, sodium channels in the membrane open and sodium ions in the extracellular fluid flow into the inner membrane.
The movement of sodium ions creates an electrochemical gradient. The neuron is now depolarized. The inside of the axon becomes positively charged due to the sodium ions. At this point, the sodium channels close and the potassium channels open. This allows the potassium ions inside the axon to leave, moving down their electrical gradient to reestablish the resting point. This process is called repolarization.
Due to the movement of potassium ions, the potential difference falls below the resting potential. At this point, both sodium and potassium channels close, and the resting potential is reestablished by the action of sodium-potassium pumps, which move ions back to restore the resting potential.